I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that most of you wanna be standout players. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 simple things you can start implementing consistently that are gonna help you just to stand out more in your matches, be performing better than others, and just become more valuable, not only to your team, but just as an individual player. That's coming up next. Real quick, guys, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, the amino company that make these incredible supplements like this one called Perform that I have been using for athletes. What's cool about these supplements is they were originally made for astronauts, but because they give so many essential amino acids that are really good for athletes as well, they made them for athletes. And one of the things I absolutely love about their products is they are all backed by science. They have the clinical trials to back up what they are talking about, and you can actually learn more about that, about the evidence they have for this, why it works, how you can get your own, link down below. In fact, they're even throwing in a 30% discount for anyone using the link down below from my audience. So go check it out, learn more about this incredible product, and I hope to see that you're taking it as well in the near future. Hi there, welcome to the channel. This is Simplysoccer. If you are new here, my name is Dave, and on this channel, I'm releasing videos every single week to help you improve your game and stand out on the pitch. Now, if you haven't already and you want to improve your game, make sure you get my free ebook, Game Changer. It is a 50+ page free ebook that you can get down below in the description. Now, we're going over some things that are going to help you stand out a little bit more. So let's go into it, starting in reverse order with number 3. So number 3 is we have to go over an obvious one, and I know I go over this a lot, but it really will take your game to that next level if you really focus on it, and it's master the fundamentals. Now, I'm not talking about just get decent at them, get proficient. Obviously, there will be stages to this, so you have to get decent before you get really good, before you get masterful, etc., etc. But you really want to aim for mastery. You want to be able to do the fundamentals damn near perfect most times, especially when you're practicing. You then want to make sure that is transferring to when you're actually playing in matches. You want to be doing this so often, repetition of the basic passes, control, little things in different situations that are going to help you and actually prove useful. And the reason I mention this is because it is going to be almost impossible to be a standout player if you're lacking in the fundamentals. You know, the more complex, nuanced parts of the game are going to start off with a strong foundation of the fundamentals, and the best players in history typically were the ones who were the best at the fundamentals. In fact, if that resonates, put in the comments, I am mastering the fundamentals, and then seriously get out there and work on these things heavily because, again, it's your foundation as a player. So number 2 is another one that I go over quite a bit, but I just feel that not enough players put it on, take it on board, and it's actively improving on the mental side of your game, especially your confidence. There is not a single standout player that I can think of that isn't very, very confident in their abilities, that doesn't have self-belief. They all have incredible self-belief. They all have very strong mental games, and guess what? It's not an accident. There are plenty of players, and ones you can probably even think of, not only professional players you may be watching, but players you've even played with or against who are extremely gifted, extremely technical, really good players, but they, for some reason, can't do it consistently, or it seems they can't do it consistently, or they go missing in games more times than not, or whatever else it is. Typically, this is because of some mental side of the game lacking. Usually a confidence issue, a self-belief issue. Because if you've seen them do it in training consistently, if they're so good with the ball and they know the game, whatever else it is, the physical skills are there, then it always or typically is something on the mental side. And nothing will hold you back more, especially if you're a good player. If your mental side, the mental attributes of the game, your confidence is lacking. So make sure you are actively working on this. Again, I have a course called Complete Soccer Confidence, which you can get a discount for down below if that's the avenue you want to go down, but you need to be working on this in some way. Yes, you will gain confidence through doing things, repetition and things like that, but there are other things you can be doing as well, which will help with this area. So if you're enjoying this video so far, or you've learned something, please hit that like button, and we'll go on to number 3, the final one. And number 3 is put an emphasis and a focus on mastering the skills that are going to help you in the situations you find yourself in during matches. This is very simple to dissect. You know, look at your matches and the kind of situations you find yourself in, usually for your position, and kind of go, what can I work on? What can I practice on deliberately that's going to help me to win this situation more often than not, or have more of an impact. For example, I'm a striker. So if I'm looking at how can I be a more dangerous striker, how can I stand out more in this position, I'm gonna look at things probably like movement, like my hold-up play, my combination play, but I'm also gonna look at things like my finishing, my goal-scoring ability, getting the space I need, taking that player one-on-one and finishing confidently. And if I start focusing on those things heavily in my training as like an additive thing, also doing the fundamentals and just becoming a better player overall, but focusing on those specialties, focusing on those things that are gonna help me stand out in my position. For example, if you take opponents on one-on-one a lot in your position, you probably wanna do extra training to get even better and better and better at that. Because let's say you play winger and you're able to beat your opponent more times than not, that becomes a very dangerous weapon for you to use. So start focusing and thinking about those things that can become an X factor or X factors for you. Again, you wanna be a good footballer overall. Mastering the fundamentals and other areas of the game is what's gonna help you there. But you wanna have things that help you stand out in your position. If you're a playmaker type player, you need certain attributes and things you're working on so that you can express that in matches. If you're meant to be a goal scorer, you need to have good finishing ability, because if you get 3 or 4 chances and can't score or even put any of them on target, that's a problem. The best goal scorers will score when they've been closed down all game. They've been shut down. They get that one chance and they'll score. That's what the best goal scorers do. They get 1 or 2 chances and they're just so dangerous. They're so clinical. They're so deadly. And that's just an example of a goal scorer or striker, but this is applicable for every single position. And so whatever position you play, whatever situations you find yourself in during matches, dissect that, inspect that, and go, what can I work on? What can I practice more so that I have the advantage in these situations, so I can take advantage of these situations more, which will help me stand out more when I play. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Now, before you go, if you really want to avoid the mistakes that prevent so many players from standing out, make sure you watch this video next, and I'll see you over there.